right, good morning, everybody. Good to join you again on this Monday. Hope that you are doing well as we begin another week. Hopefully, you're getting all shoveled out there as well. We got some snow here, probably about 3 to 4 inches or so. It's some might even say it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And we've got some of that snow coming down. Supposed to get a little bit more today, and so be careful on the roads out there. They didn't. The main roads weren't too bad, but man, it's good to be with you this morning. Trust that you had a great weekend. Trust that you had a good Thanksgiving as well. It seems like it's been forever since we've been together for our power ups, and I'm glad to be back at it. But hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you got hopefully got plenty of that good turkey. And you're able to spend some time with family, loved ones, all that good stuff there. And look forward to getting back at it. I know school starts back up here on this Monday, and I got all my kids on the other side of the camera here. You guys ready for school to start?
No.
One no, the rest of them silent. Maybe they're sleeping already. I don't know, but it's good to be back in the saddle, if you will, looking at the book of Revelation. Hit that share button real quick so that others know that we are live. I know it's been a little while since last Wednesday that we've been together. And so we've gotten maybe out of the practice a little bit of watching, and so hit that share button so that people know that we are good to go here on this fine Monday, November the 27th. All right, here we go. Let's look. Chapter number 13, Revelation chapter number 13, and we're going to be in verse number 1 here as we get started. Revelation 13, verse number 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And so John, standing on the edge of the sea here, the sand of the sea, sees this beast rise from the sea. We note this beast. There's a description of this beast in verse number 2. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard. And his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth is the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And so this beast, referring to the Antichrist, we note that the dragon being Satan, Satan gives the beast power and maybe even probably possesses the Antichrist here, but gives him great power. We note this description of the beast, the leopard. We have the qualities of a leopard represented, the feet and claws of a bear, and the mouth of a lion. And so this beast is fearsome. The Antichrist is fearsome, cunning creature, cunning individual. We know that for the first half of the tribulation, this Antichrist has been the promoter of peace. Nothing about the leopard, bear, and lion would signify peace, and we'll note that in just a few moments here. But we know the Antichrist is given power by the great dragon, Satan. In verse number 3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and its deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And so it appears that that the Antichrist is physically wounded, wounded to death even, and he is miraculously healed of this deadly wound. And it may be that some would even think that he had died and risen from the dead potentially. We know that Satan is the great imitator, the great deceiver, and he imitates God and Jesus Christ. We know that even when Satan made the statements, his I will statements, they were all statements about imitating God. I will be like the Most High, and so on. And so we know that he is that great imitator. And so the Antichrist has a wound unto death. He's healed, and the world wonders at this healing. And that leads them into verse number 4 because of this miraculous healing, this wonder that has gone about that we find here in verse number 4. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, And they worship the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him?" And we note that this wondering, this awe that people have towards the Antichrist, the beast, and the dragon, it leads them to worship. And what has Satan desired really above everything? He has desired for mankind to worship him. And here during the tribulation, the Antichrist comes to power and begins to rule and reign with great authority and power. And we see this question being asked, who is like unto the beast, at the end of verse number 4, who is able to make war with him? It leads the people to worship Satan and to worship the Antichrist. And so here at the end of time, Satan here gets what he has longed for, mankind worshiping him. We see in verse number 5, there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. So 42 months being that last half of the tribulation, these 3.5 years, he was given great oratory skills, communication powers, really mesmerizing the people of the earth at that time with his speech. And with power, he rules for the next 3.5 years. In verse number 6, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. We note that we noted even during some of the judgments, mankind's response to the judgments was they cursed God, they called out God, they defied God, they repented not. We saw that previously, and it may be that they are led by the Antichrist here. It says that he blasphemes against God. It says that he has these great oratory skills, and perhaps he leads the people of earth in this non-repentive spirit and in this blaspheming of God's name, heaven, and the worship that takes place in heaven. Verse number 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. We note that he declares war upon the Christians, those that believe during the tribulation, and he makes war against the saints. We see in verse number 7, and it says, and power was given unto him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations, and the people of earth make him their ruler and their leader. And this Antichrist, as he is called, we know that you consider what it is. You consider Jesus came to be the Savior of the world. We know that Jesus is the promised Messiah. He's going to come back and rule and reign on this earth. And what do we find this Antichrist doing? Setting himself up as the Messiah. Hey, declaring war on the Christians, those that are following God. They're not willing to yield to the will of the Antichrist. We note that as he's got every kindred, tongue, and nation following him, and he's able to organize everybody together, and they serve him and do his bidding. And it would be that this Antichrist may potentially be declared as the Messiah, potentially, by the Israelites and all of that. We know that also this Antichrist would make war upon the Jews as well. Remember, Satan's Satan's goal throughout time has been to destroy the line of Jesus Christ. It has been to destroy God's chosen people. And it's no mistake that he seeks to destroy Israel, and he seeks to destroy the Christian as well. Verse number 8, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. A refusal to worship him will lead to death. We know even in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's time, Nebuchadnezzar makes the known world, the peoples of the world that time, bow down and worship his image. And we know not Nebuchadnezzar, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego defy the king's orders, and they're sentenced to death. And so I believe that because of a refusal to worship, the Antichrist will wage war upon the believer. He'll also wage war upon the Jewish state as well. It says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. And so this rise to power by the Antichrist will cause great war. We know that the peace of the political peace of the first half of the tribulation is now over, and the Antichrist is going to wage war against believers here this second half of the tribulation. All right, and with that, we're going to end today. We note verse number 9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. And as believers, as we read this, we ought to be not worried, but definitely concerned about the peoples of the earth, so much so that we have compassion upon them and want to share with them the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ, so they do not need to experience the heartache, heartbreak, and suffering of the tribulation. And so, once again, this is a call for us to maintain that faithful witness for Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for being on this morning. Trust that our Power Up has been a blessing and encouragement, and a good reminder for you. Let's welcome those who have commented live. Once again, as we do, hit that share button so that others can jump on here. Cliff and Karen, good morning to you. So good to have you on today. Glad that you all are doing better. Ingrid, good morning to you. Love you. Have a great day. Jody, good morning to you. Hope our Power Up does find you well. Brian and Cindy, good morning to you both. Have an awesome day. David, thank you so much for being on. Good morning to you. Ruth, good to have you on today. Hope that you are doing well. Continue to pray for you and your family. And Dennis, Geraldine, good morning to you. Hope that you guys are doing well. Have a great day. All right, be careful out there on the roads. Enjoy the snow. I don't know if this snow is good enough for a snowman yet, but it definitely is good enough to shovel that driveway. And so some of us will have to get out there and do that. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy that snow. Enjoy the day, and let's be that faithful witness. Have a good day, everybody. We'll touch base once again tomorrow.